Hello, welcome back to another episode of 808s and Drake. Tonight we will review last episode of The Last Dance. This is the feature on ESPN documenting Michael Jordan's career. And so far last night on episode 3 and 4, they broke down the years 1988 and 1998 and bridged the gap all the way halfway through. So it was a great presentation. So we want to first start about Dennis Rodman. The man was drafted out of Oklahoma State, a small college. He came in, really no one ever thought Dennis Rodman was going to make much of a mark in history. Just a big man with much effort, and that's exactly what he brought to the Detroit Pistons. So in his first few years, he did great. Bringing effort. They said he was really into film. He was very smart, and he just wanted to win. One of the things we all know Dennis Rodman for is his shenanigans, but the man was actually a great ball player. One of his highlights that stood out to me during the video, or the documentary rather, would be when he locked Magic Johnson down in the NBA Finals. So he had already made a large mark on the NBA long before 1998 when he played alongside Michael Jordan. He was really known for shutting down the greats in the NBA like Larry Bird. We witnessed him shut down Magic Johnson. And when 1989, when the Bulls played the Pistons and Scottie Pippen was a no-show in the Game 7 because of migraine, Dennis Rodman was all over him, pestering him that game of what little he did play. So Dennis Rodman has laid it on all the greats. It was sad to see him leave Detroit for the reason of he had a gun in his vehicle. A lot of people might not remember this, and it was good to learn that he was having mental illness. And it's kind of sad to see how the owners and the team handled it back then. They traded the man. No one got any help for him. Nowadays, mental health awareness is a very big thing. We have Kevin Love, DeMar DeRozan. They all speak about how mental health plays a big part in their life and are getting help. So Dennis Rodman might have really needed help, but he was allowed to play through the pain. Went to San Antonio, was really becoming a distraction, and in 1998 found his way to the Chicago Bulls. And it was funny to see in the documentary that he and Jordan had a great relationship when it was just them two. They played a good dynamic duo to each other. They was like, they won 30 games before Pippen came back. And when Pippen came back, he was having a breakdown. They was able to let Rodman go out, and they gave him a week in to party in Vegas. It took him a week. They finally drug him back. That was pretty cool to see how Jordan was so understanding, because he knew Dennis Rodman wanted to win and play good defense, was a great part of their team, played a good role. So that was awesome to see. And another point about the video we like to bring up is Cleveland Cavaliers, how nice of a team they were. They had Brad Daughtry, Mark Price, and Elo, but the team was really good. No one thought. Nowadays, we always say, oh, Jordan lost to the Pistons. He lost to the bad boy Pistons. He wasn't even supposed to get there. He beat Cleveland. He upset Cleveland with that game winner we all know where he pumps his fist. And now we know what he said. Get off my goddamn court. Go home. Like, that man was an absolute beast. And it was a great thing to recap his relationship with the bad boy Pistons. You can see after all this time, Isaiah still does, and Jordan still does not have a good relationship. Jordan does not feel that the way the Pistons lost that game was, they did not handle it like man. They just walked off, had bad sportsmanship. And on the other hand, Isaiah Thomas says Boston did it to them the year before, and Jordan says, well, when we lost, we shook your hand. So it's kind of pettiness and bitterness, but it's what made such a great rivalry all those years. And the next point we would like to add is that the Bulls beat that Cleveland team that had Ron Harper. The Bulls lost to that Bad Boys team that had Dennis Rodman. Scottie Pippen was not who he became in the late 90s. Jordan defeated so many people, lost to so many people, but in the end in 1998, all those guys came together and made one of the best teams we ever seen. So we haven't got to the championship, but we know that team made history. So it was all in all a great episode of The Last Dance. It was also showed Michael Jordan finally beating Magic Johnson for the first time. It highlighted how Scottie Pippen played awesome defense on Magic and shut him down, but Michael went on to score 40. Wow, that's the second time Magic's been shut down. He was shut down by Dennis and he was shut by Scottie. Something to think about. But the championship teams, the era was just so sweet. We're talking about the rivalries of the Pistons, the Bulls, Jordan versus Magic. It doesn't get any bigger than this. And so I hope you enjoyed the show. Thanks for watching 808s and Drake.